Good morning. This is Anne Rossley with Baird Warner bringing you this month's Chicago housing market update. It's January 9th, 2023, and today we're going to talk about what happened in 2022. The big news in 2022 is that it ended up being very similar to 2020. We started out gangbusters for 6 months of the year, but it dropped off so precipitously in numbers that we ended up very similar, and we'll get to those numbers in a minute. Why? Interest rates. Interest rates, as you know, hit a high in January of 09 of 7.08%. They've come down since then, but that really drove the market to come to a halt. And that continues to be a factor today. Additionally, we have very low inventory. So let's take a look at what that all means. We're going to look at the housing market for the lakefront communities in Chicago, which is basically the loop up to Edgewater, and the communities just to the west, like Logan Square, West Town. All right, closed sales. We ended the year at 1,277 single-family homes that sold, down 22% versus the previous year, but a little bit higher than 2020. You can see here that the number of homes that closed dropped off precipitously. 59 homes closed in the month of December. Just to give you a sense, in December of 1850 closed, which was the one lower than us. All right, homes under contract, only 36 homes went under contract in the month of December. That is the lowest number of homes under contract in a single month in the 10 years that we've been keeping track. Number of homes for sale, 178, by far the lowest inventory we've had for single family homes for sale in the lakefront communities. Simple economics. Because of low inventory and still somewhat of demand, $1,265,000 is our median sales price, actually up 6.4% versus 2021. All right. So then I said to myself, what's going on in the last 9 days? And so you just saw that we only had 36 homes under contract and 59 that sold, if memory serves, in the month of December. But in the first week, we've had 31 homes come on the market. All right, now's a good time just to check in on interest rates. I mentioned that 7.08% was the high in November. We've come down a bit to 6.5% for a 30-year fixed, 5.7% for a 15-year ARM. All right, condos. Condominium sales also dropped at the end of 2022. And so we were down 16.1% versus the previous year, but still very strong compared to 2020. Number of units closed in the month of December, 503, down from a high in June of 1726. Not the lowest in the last 10 years, but still a bit low. And also 438 under contract, which is, again, the lowest of any month in the last 10 months. Look at the drop-off in inventory for condos. 2112 condos are on the market for sale, or were on the market for sale at the end of the year, versus a high of 6657 in September during COVID. But interestingly enough, people are interested in looking. Our low was 3.3 showings per listing per month. Now we're up to 3.9. So that's showing some signs of increase. Median sales price for a condominium, again, because of the lack of inventory, $400,000 is up 1.3%. So that's staying pretty steady and strong. Condos, townhomes, co-ops. Nice misspelling, Miss Anne. All right, 294. If you remember the magic number, we had 2112 active on the market as of end of December. So this is a significant increase to the number of properties on the market, and we're going to see some increased inventory there. I will be bringing you my predictions for 2023, so please subscribe to Anne Rossley on YouTube, watch my social media channels, and we'll get you the predictions for 2023. But in a nutshell, that's what happened in 2022. Thanks for watching, and if I can help with anything, please reach out.